Hello guys! Welcome back to my channel. It's me again, Lakwatsirong Butiki. Nandito ako ngayon sa makasaysayang simbahan ng Mandaluyong City, ang San Felipe Neri Parish. Napakaganda ang simbahan na ito. Manood kayo guys habang magkukwento ako sa inyo. Let's go! San Felipe Neri Parish, Mandaluyong City. During the Spanish era, Mandaluyong was part of the province of Tondo, then Greater Manila during the Japanese occupation, and finally Metro Manila. In the separate works of Fathers de Huerta, Perez, and Martin E. Morales, they noted that the Archbishop of Manila and the Governor General, with the concurrence of the Father Provincial of the Franciscan Order, authorized the separation of San Felipe Neri or Mandaluyong and San Juan del Monte, with San Felipe Neri as mother parish from Santa Ana de Sapa by virtue of a decree Viceroyal Pastrano, date on September 15, 1863. Then, on October 30 of that same year, the parish was erected canonically with Reverend Father Francisco Jimenez, OFM, a 29-year-old preacher, as parish priest. He finally took over the parish on December 2, 1863. It could be possible that the renovated Casa Tribunal, serving as Visita and School for Alphabets, identified today at F. Rojas, Corner Castañeda, was his temporary parish pending the location of a better site. In 1892, San Juan del Monte was ecclesiastically separated by San Felipe Neri according to Engineer Artiaga. To the missionaries, Mandaluyong was an ancient village. Successes in the series of evangelization in missionary communities were believed due to the protection of San Felipe Neri. As it grew to become a poblacion or town, in the writer's inquiry, Father Sanchez, veteran Franciscan missionary in the Philippines, an archivist of Oriental and Iberian record in Spain, noted the town's name followed that of San Felipe Neri, patron saint of Rome, Italy. In writings, it was often referred to as San Felipe Neri de Mandaluyong. Even the vast land area of the Agustinian Fathers of Mandaluyong, San Juan del Monte, Pasig, Marikina, and Quezon City was referred to as Hacienda de Mandaluya due to the popular interest among the natives to present its ancient name. On November 6, 1931, Act 36 of the 9th Legislature, sponsored by Representative Pedro Magsalen, 1st District of Rizal Province, San Felipe Neri was changed back to Mandaluyong. In 1870, or 7 years after the authorized separation, of San Felipe Neri to Santa Ana de Sapa, Father Gavino Ruiz, the incumbent parish priest, was authorized to purchase a new church site from the Agustinian Fathers for 475 pesos con 35 centimos, about a hectare. Fathers Cavada, Perez, and Martin E. Morales mentioned that the cornerstone of the church was blessed on March 25, 1870, under the tide La Purísima Concepción. The purchase of site for the Catholic cemetery was authorized in 1875. Father Miguel Lucio, each parish priest, purchased the cemetery lot from Agustinian Fathers for 160 pesos only. He constructed the surrounding perimeter with adobe walls, including the ermita or chapel. The word Amo 1875 marker chiseled on adobe on the facade of the ermita is still legible. Mandaluyong is an ancient name, traditional among the town folks, fragmentary as they are, claim that the lowland on the west side of Mandaluyong was once the part of the shoreline of the Manila Bay, centuries before the era of the Spaniards. Gigantic stormy wave lashed it hills, often referred to as salpukan ng alon. The word Mandaluyong must have been derived from the Tagalog prefix meaning much, numerous, abounding, of plenty, plus the Tagalog root Daluyong, meaning surge or crest of giant waves. The combined word should be Mandaluyong. Etymologically, Spanish writers found it difficult to pronounce the word. Hence, they Spanished it into Mandaluyon with N. Even de Huerta and Perez, both Franciscan missionaries, refer it as Mandaluyon without G. Missionaries and travelers gave various versions. The most authentic was that of Father de Huerta. Its undulating and rolling topography, or series of alternating plains and ridges, appear as waves in the stormy sea. Today, the lowland along the Pasig River and its tidal inlets are inundated during rainy season, while brackish water during dry season destroy agricultural crops. Shallow areas of old poblacion, Old and New Zaniga and Hub, are underlain with sizable remains of coral reefs, shells, and skeletons of marine life. Mute but eloquent testimony that once upon a time, Mandaluyong must have risen from the sea. Father de Huerta wrote that the first Christian from the genealogical tree of Lakan Takhan was Martin, son of Kalamagin. Kalamagin, son of Laboy. Laboy, son of Palaba. Palaba, heir apparent of Lakan Takhan and his beautiful wife, Buan. Establishment of civil authorities preceded the ecclesiastical separation of proposed parish. Years later, the authorities under the Reform Act of 1817 in the colonies under municipal autonomy were headed by Gobernadorcillo with annual election. But in the Maura Act 1893, the head was changed to Captain Municipal with biannual election. Both local authorities protect the parish. 1883, Reverend Grigono Azarga took over the parish, according to Fathers Perez and Martin E. Morales. He obtained a permit to spend 39,100 pesos for the construction of the church. 1884, Italian white marble slab marker embedded at the front adobe wall facade above the front door of the church, indicated a cross with a hanging cloth in symbolic M form. At the base of the cross was the inscription, In Anno 1884. Again, at each of the four base corners below the circular railings of the Budida ceiling were painted, Fundada por Reverend Grigono Azarga, superimposed by the canvas paintings of the four evangelists. When the canvases were worn out by the elements, the inscriptions were revealed. Facade wall opening destroyed the marker area to accommodate a balcony during the term of Father Guzman. 1894. Captain Municipal Pascual Francisco, in his Catalan paper handwritten manuscript dated June 22, 1894, to the Governor General to the Philippines, reported that San Felipe Neri has a church, a convent, and a rented schoolhouse with 2 teachers and a head teacher, that it had 2 rivers, the Estero de San Felipe Neri and Estero de Dawag. He recorded the town fiesta of the La Purísima Concepcion was set on the 8th day of December each year. Within a period of 8 years, Father Manuel de Sobrevenas, Gabriel Reyes, and Francisco San Diego of the parish were elevated as bishops of the Catholic Church. They were consecrated one after another as bishops for their meritorious, exceptional, and active revival of the faith, as well as for the repair, alteration, and reconstruction of the Catholic Church and school. Monsignor Salvador Jose had constructed the new convent at the right of the church and auxiliary chapels at its left side. His incumbency was also credited the expansion of San Felipe Neri Parochial School, which is now administered by the Dominican Sisters. The construction of the Archdiocesan Shrine of the Divine Mercy at Maisilo Street, the Perpetual Adoration Chapel, the Columbaria, Depository of Bones and Ashes at the back of the church, the renovation of patio, and the construction of pastoral center dedicated to the youth of Mandaluyong. Anong masasabi nyo guys? 'Di ba? Nakakamangha ang angking ganda ng San Felipe Neri Parish. Hanggang dito na lang muna ako guys. Ang aking sunod na ruta ay sa Makati City. Merong antigong simbahan doon na ni minsan ay hindi ko pa napuntahan. See you there soon guys. Gagapang na ang butiki pa uwi. Bye-bye!